What's up, guys? This is Mark.
And this is Devon.
And you are now tuned in to episode 5 of your weekly podcast, Vibe LA.
Your weekly breakdown on what's happening in Los Angeles. So every week we cover a range of topics covering music, real estate, fashion, lifestyle, culture events, and so much more.
Let's kick it off. Let's go, LA.
Let's go. So to kick it off, in this week's episode, we're going to be talking about what the hell to do when you have to play tour guide and show people around town, the newest nightclub in LA, what's going down at downtown Disney, art that's taking the city by storm, and the age-old question, what the hell is gluten?
Gluten?
Glutton. Gluttony.
So, Devon, what do I do whenever I have family, friends coming in town from out of state or even out of the country, or even like a Chinese hedge fund client who's looking to buy and invest in some crazy real estate like a golf course, which is actually going down right now?
Definitely. So, there's obviously it's going to depend on who you're showing around. If it's family, you want to have it more intimate, family and friends. If you have clients, you obviously want to raise it up a little bit.
Let's go with family first.
Okay, definitely. So with family, it's you want to show them a good time. You want to obviously make sure they're having a fun time, and you don't want to show them, kind of the touristy stuff that everyone else is doing. I mean, you can. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. But, the way that, Mark and I kind of like to look at it, and, the way I think they're going to have a little bit more of an authentic LA taste of what's going on here is to kind of take them off the beaten path.
Like the Hollywood sign?
I mean, Hollywood sign, you can drive by it, you can check it out. Basically, don't do those like the TMZ bus tours. I mean, that's kind of, you can literally, actually, it's a better idea to just follow one, keep your windows down, and you're in your own car, you're kind of doing your own thing. Get a free ride out of it too. Why not? The celebrity maps are outdated. The Hollywood sign tour, it's like, you can kind of just do the hike on your own. If you're looking for, let's start at the top. Obviously, one of the big things that everybody thinks about, LA, it's where to get good food. So, but, a lot of people, they're going to recommend In-N-Out. I love In-N-Out. Mark, do you love In-N-Out?
Well, I had In-N-Out last night, so yes.
Okay. So, we love In-N-Out, and, definitely hit up In-N-Out. But there's so many other great food
We're actually
options
sponsored
as well.
by In-N-Out.
No, we're not, but give us free burgers. There's a lot of other great options as well. If you're looking for, let's say a burger, you could do Burger Lounge. You could do Lunetta All Day. You can do Inkwell, which is a brand new spot on La Cienega just opened. They've got an amazing burger as well. So basically, try to check out, a few different sources. There's, Thrillist has a couple great options. Just look up some Yelp reviews. Go on Instagram, kind of see what's trending in the area. That's where I find out about a lot of different food options. That kind of covers the food realm as well. Instead of doing the Hollywood Bowl or the Greek Theater, find something a little bit more intimate. There's like the Rainbow Bar and Grill. That's where, legends like Elvis and Lenny would hang. So, you can go to the Troubadour or the Telegram Room. There's a lot of options that are, not necessarily as notable, but you're going to have a better time without being surrounded by as many tourists and just, have a great time.
And if they want to go to Disneyland, that's awesome too. And kind of segueing into the next topic here, I want to chat about what's going down in downtown Disney, how they're adding new attractions, including a brewery and a bowling alley. Okay, so Ballast Point. If you don't know what Ballast Point is, it's a great beer. It's an IPA. You can get a lot of bang for your buck.
Also, fun fact, they make tequila, vodka, and an amazing gin as well. A lot of people don't know that, even some of the locals. So check that out. It's a good option.
Yes, we love all of those. And what's going to happen here is Ballast Point is going to be opening up their first Orange County location in downtown Disney. First ever on-site brewery. What's pretty cool about this is that they're going to do a 40,000 square foot, 2-story venue, 20 bowling lanes. So you can just slam a few beers and go bowling. And
wait, you didn't stop recording it, right?
No.
Okay. Good, because what I was going to say is you go to Disneyland, it's kind of like a pain in the ass, especially if you're bringing kids. It's just like, I'm being honest. I'm going to be a straight shooter on this one. It's a whole day. It's like, it gets hot out there, a lot of lines, a lot of waiting. Just make it a little bit smoother and just toss back a beer, relax a little bit.
Or 2.
Or 4.
Or 8. Who do we appreciate? Anyways, but tell us a little bit more about some more tour stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, look, Disney is an amazing option. You definitely have to hit it up while you're out here. It's kind of one of the most notable things in LA. But I mean, just kind of kicking back to, let's say, okay, instead of doing the 3rd Street Promenade, honestly, it's not the most fun thing in the world. People think it's, really cool and trendy. Go eat some Korean barbecue in Gay-Town. Go to the Comedy Store or an improv show. Go check out Clifton's cafeteria. Why can't I say that word? Cafeteria.
Cafeteria. It's a cafeteria.
It's a cafeteria. No, it's one of LA's oldest bars. It's actually been around for about 80 years before they had a massive renovation. It's got it's a 5-story, is it 4 or 5? It's really about 4 or 5 stories. There's a new opened tiki bar on one of the upper levels as well. It's kind of like a bar inside of a bar, so it's kind of cool. It's like Narnia.
Yeah, it's just basically like our home.
Basically. Love it. Check out
Don't do drugs.
No, don't do drugs. But check out like Tatsu Ramen. I mean, basically what I'm saying is, go on. I mean, if you guys have questions, definitely reach out to me. I'd be happy to recommend a few options. But do some research online. Go to, Thrillist.com. Go to,
Wait, pause.
Yeah.
How can they engage us and reach us online?
Oh, they can go to, actually, we have both of our email addresses posted on, as well as our Instagrams posted on the channels. But what's your Instagram, Mark?
ITSSIRMARKUS. It's Sir Marcus. But if you want to comment below, that's also cool too. You can comment below. We'll engage with you. Don't worry. We don't bite hard.
No, and then my Instagram is Devon, Devon, Norjean, Norjean, LA. That's my tag for everything: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn.
Norjean. What is that?
Norjean. It's French. Yeah.
Norjean.
Norjean.
Norjean. Croissant.
Devon Sinclair Norjean.
Oh, the women over there. Okay, I see them. We're gonna crash their cars.
Man.
Unless they're driving a Tesla.
What are you, by the way? You German?
Yeah, German,
Okay.
and actually a lot of me is Native American too.
I can tell. Well, you got the man bun. Isn't that reminiscent of the...
No, that's just actually LA.
Oh.
I'm an LAian.
True. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, segueing forward. Let's go.
Definitely.
Indefinitely.
Dude, wait, tell me. So you were telling me earlier about this new nightclub that just popped open called Academy.
Yes.
So what's going on with that?
Yes. Well, in case you haven't noticed, I am a huge EDM rave fanatic child, and I am a slave to the rave. I love all electronic music, and I stay on top of new spots opening up, and kind of like the whole rave culture. And the creators of EDC, basically Insomniac, came out with a new club in LA that actually debuted, I believe it was last weekend, the 12th and the 14th of January, and the 13th. And they opened up, it's called Academy. It ranges up there with a lot of the good clubs. I mean, anything by Insomniac is just kills it. Like Exchange LA, we've been there before. It's pretty fun. Yeah, it's a good club. Anyways, Academy is located on Hollywood Boulevard. It's 6021 Hollywood Boulevard. It's prime location. Open on Fridays and Saturdays from 10 to 4 a.m.
It kind of looks like almost like a Fight Club.
Dude, you don't talk about Fight Club, bro.
Oh, shit.
But no, it's
first rule.
Yeah, no, exactly. It looks really good, though. I mean, it's kind of like a warehousey type vibe with just top of the line sound system, top of the line lighting. It isn't.
But the crazy thing is, yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at it right now for the first time. It's not like, glitzed up, and it's not trying to impress anybody. It's like super raw, industrial looking, and it's honestly just kind of all about the music. It kind of, what it kind of looks like? It's like when you go to one of their festivals, like one of the Heart events, or sorry, no, that's not Heart. No, not
Wow.
No, one of the
Wow.
one of the Insomniac events, not Heart. That's a different group. Any of the Insomniac events, it's kind of like an outdoor music festival. It's like almost like pop up, like they just set everything up. That's kind of what it looks like inside of here. It's like they just kind of pieced it together, but this is like a permanent fixture, right? This is going to be sticking around.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it has its own address. It's ready to go. The lighting is amazing, absolutely killer.
So who are like some of the, oh, wow. Yeah, they have like screens on the ceiling too. So that like totally changes the ambiance there. So like who's going to be playing here?
There's going to be a lot of killer DJs. I'm anticipating a lot of, Insomniac supported artists. And also too, just so you know, general admissions right around $20 to $50 on most nights. But of course, when you dip into the holidays, it gets to be like 100 plus. And if you want bottle service, of course, that's going to cost you a bit more.
Unless you say Mark's name, because he's got all the hookups.
That's right. That's right. And then also too, if you're
He doesn't really, but
I don't. But if you do, help me out. I'm sponsored. No, I'm not.
We'd like to be sponsored.
Yes. No, but lines are usually about 30 minutes to an hour, so you don't have to wait, terribly too long.
You can get a beer at Disneyland.
Yeah, you can get a beer at Disneyland. Anyways, but they're kind of focusing on bigger DJs since they draw bigger crowds. It's a new spot popping up. A lot of artists want to be a part of something new, especially Insomniac pushed as well.
Yeah, and imagine. So remember a few weeks ago on one of our earlier podcasts, we were talking about the 4 a.m. rule and how that could potentially be a thing coming up in the next few months. If this place is open until 4 a.m., that's going to completely change the nightlife game.
Yeah, exactly.
This is literally like bringing kind of a festival, an indoor festival to the LA market, which is amazing. It kind of makes it safer, but it's also way more fun, and you can just literally have a great time all night.
Yeah, and drinks are about $15 starting there, and then bottles for you bottle fans and club rats. It's about $450 starting. And the music kind of ranges from house, trance, trap, dubstep, pretty much anything in the electronic music scene.
Cool. So what's this other place you were telling me about? It's called Poppy?
Yeah, Poppy. It's actually pretty cool. Devon and I actually went there not too long ago.
I tried to make it sound like you knew everything about it, but yeah, we were there.
Well, come on, dude.
I was gonna let you run it. I know. I'm giving you some credibility.
I have to
here.
Name drop that we were there.
I know, but
it's actually pretty cool. They have a bird there. They have a fucking peacock.
Bird is the word.
We're not doing that again.
No, we should. That was in our last podcast, so check it out.
Yeah, no, it's awesome though. But okay, so Poppy, if you're looking it up, don't be dismayed. It's actually not only open on one day of the week, which they say is Thursdays from 10 to 2. It's actually open more days.
I've been there. I don't know. I've been there Friday, Saturday. So when they say Thursday, I don't buy it. But
yeah, no, exactly. But it's kind of more like a lounge, more of like a kind of like a laid back vibe. It's really nice inside. It looks very boutique.
Beautiful.
They have almost like a library type setting inside. It's like Hogwarts Club.
It's kind of like post mid-century, a little like 1960s vibe going on. At least in terms of the decor. Everything's like orange lighting and very orange is kind of their main color. But there's like little flowers around, and it's just very kind of out there.
It kind of looks like it would be like an energy specialist threw together
an energy specialist?
Yeah, like one of those like energy gurus.
Like a palm reader? Or like
I wouldn't push it that far, but yeah, kind of.
Like a good juju person?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like come to me and feel your energy type shit.
Madam, what's her name? Pause it.
I'm not pausing it. We're just gonna keep going.
Madam, is it Tussauds?
Madame Tussauds.
Wait, who was she? Hold on, I'm looking this up. No, wait, Wax Museum. No, she's not. Okay, never mind. That's a wax museum place. No, Madam. Okay, forget it. I don't want to talk about madams anymore.
Yeah, Madam nothing. But yeah, it's actually a pretty cool place. It's not going to be as crazy as Academy, of course, but it's a nice little location. Great features to it. There's a lot of celebrities actually coming through here.
Yeah, and if you want to drink later on too, you can go a couple doors down. One of my favorite brunch spots called the Belmont. You get their truffle garlic tater tots. You'll leave with your breath smelling like stank, but your heart's gonna feel pretty dank.
And then after that,
whoa,
that rhymes.
Whoa,
Devon does it all the time, and he's a poet, and he didn't even know it.
I didn't even know.
I just killed that.
I love it.
No, but yeah, and then after that, you can just head on down to Disneyland and get a beer.
So, Mark, I got a question for you. Actually, no, fun fact. So Mark sent me this thing this morning. I was totally thrown back. So we have been, today is actually our 1-year anniversary of being friends on Facebook.
It was hilarious. They put together this whole video, and it was just Devon's extra bougie real estate photo. And,
what do you mean? I died. I didn't even check it out. I just
it was me with a house on top of my head. It's funny, but it's actually really cool. We look at it and we're like, you know what? We are meant to do business together and party.
It's like Happy Mark and Devon Day.
And then today we're recording the podcast.
I'm putting that on my calendar, every year. I'm actually doing that.
Let's add it right now. Everyone else add it too. It's our day.
Let me see. Mark and Devon Day.
That's hilarious.
And Devon Day. And then repeat every year.
Perfect. Yeah.
Boom. It's on there.
Yeah. In case you guys ever have trouble scheduling anything, honestly, pull out your phone, set a reminder in your calendar, and alert maybe a day, week, 2 hours before, whatever. Honestly, it works wonders. You can even set 2 alerts for all you forgetful people out there like myself.
So, dude, I was watching this thing on Facebook the other day. I've actually only seen the Kardashians like literally one episode in my entire life. But
Don't lie, it's his guilty pleasure.
dude, no. And so, I mean, obviously, I know there's like one of the main guys from like the older episodes, guy Scott Disick. Anyway, like let's speed it up. He was talking about her. He was asking, who is that? Kendall Jenner, what gluten is. Do you know what gluten is?
Yes.
Like what the fuck is gluten? Like, okay, like rewind. All of us are like, or not all of us, I'm not, but a lot of people are like, oh my God, I want to do gluten free. I want to do like local and like blah, blah, blah. But like, do we even really know what gluten is? Do any of our audience members know what gluten is? I want you to leave in the comments that you knew what gluten was before we even get into it right now. Do you guys have it? 5, 4, 3. Hurry up. Keep typing. Hit enter. All right.
Oh, Katie wins. A nice sweepstake to gluten.
Watch there be no Katie in the comments.
or any comments.
Or any comments, ever. Okay, so basically, we wanted to kind of go into what gluten is, but real quick, we're just going to play you guys the clip so you can kind of hear what kind of prompted this whole thing.
All right, here we go. We're going to play a snippet.
Is their money? I don't even think she knows what gluten is. I don't. Do you? No. Does anybody?
Us right now.
All right, so basically, nobody knows what the hell gluten is, which is why we're going to go into it. So I'm literally Googling right now, what is gluten? So gluten is a substance present in cereal grains, especially wheat, that is responsible for the elastic texture of dough. It's a mixture of 2 proteins, and it's known to cause illness in people with celiac disease. So, okay.
Just seems like everyone has celiac disease now, all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's like self-proclaimed celiac disease. So, I mean, let me see, gluten, like if you don't have celiac disease, does it affect you? So let me look that up right
I mean,
now.
honestly, though, like, as far as like dieting goes, I think it might be a good idea for everyone who's like trying to lose weight to go gluten-free because you remove all types of wheat, which,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big weight gainer right there.
No, it is, yeah. And I mean, okay, so I'm looking into it a little bit further. There's also gluten sensitivity, wheat allergy, and some other diseases. So, I mean, I've heard of people saying, gluten, they will either bloat or they'll have like bad skin or they'll like just feel tired or, they just won't feel 100%. And, that's kind of fine. Or it's not fine, but I mean, I can understand where they're coming from on that. It's just, I didn't personally know what gluten was until I looked it up.
Yeah, well, I tried to go gluten-free, and then I started reading that we're not going to go into that.
Okay. Long story short. Okay, now I understand what gluten is. I think, Mark, we all learned something today. Probably 3/4 of our listeners now kind of have an idea what gluten is.
Yeah, it helps schizophrenia.
Yeah, it's a protein. It's a bad protein. So, all right. So on to the next topic. All right. So I kind of wanted to talk about, I'm a big art fan. Are you like an art fan as well?
I mean, look, here's the thing. I love art, and I appreciate art, from paintings, drawings, collages, even music. But, I don't really follow any new age artists. So I'm actually curious to hear about this segment that you're about to go into.
Yeah. So, there's actually one artist, and there's a bunch of very prolific artists in LA. I can go through a whole list. I mean, I'm going to really touch on 1 or 2 right now that really stand out to me. And in my opinion, and, in a lot of people's opinions in the LA area, have really stood out and kind of made a namesake in the area. One of those artists, his name is Marquis Lewis. He goes by the artist name Retina. He's basically a contemporary artist. He's recognized for his very abstract graffiti art. Guy was born in LA, kind of started his career in the early 90s, and he basically kind of put together a very distinctive script, which is derived from a few different sources. So it's kind of a combination of Arabic, Hebrew calligraphy, Egyptian hieroglyphics, black letter, and basically he kind of fuses the few scripts into basically telling stories in a language that he kind of developed on his own. He's actually known for designing one of Justin Bieber's albums, the cover of Purpose. He's done advertising work for some companies like Louis Vuitton and Nike. If you go into a lot of luxury homes in the LA area, or even you're just driving down kind of Sunset Boulevard or downtown, you'll really notice his distinctive works kind of on the side of buildings or frames in houses. It kind of looks like a bunch of lines, kind of just very abstract lines on canvases or on sides of buildings. But what it actually is they're, intentional characters that are telling a story in his own language, either telling a story or kind of reading a quote. So I think that's kind of cool. What do you think, man?
Absolutely. I think that's very fascinating. I love art. I love hidden meanings. I love just kind of diving into someone's work, kind of getting into their mind, seeing what they think, and then interpreting it in your own thoughts, which is kind of fascinating because you can make something and then someone else can interpret it as something completely different, and it can influence their lives in any way. You have no idea.
Exactly.
It's like a whole different world.
It totally is. And, so there's this other artist. He has a lot of works all around LA too. This guy's actually known, he's actually very well known on Instagram. You may have seen him. He covers, his trademark is actually covering his face, or his mouth at least, with his hands, so nobody can really identify him.
Right.
Because he actually goes out and he does a lot of, commissioned graffiti, but he also does a lot of illegal graffiti as well. So his name is...
Kind of the whole taboo of it is kind of cool.
Exactly, yeah. So his name is Alec Monopoly. He's actually originally from New York. He used to work in, New York, Miami, LA, Europe, Mexico. He also worked a little bit in Asia, using a few different materials, kind of stencils, spray paints, etc. He basically cultivated kind of his own identity, which is essentially the Monopoly Man in graffiti form. So he basically creates on different canvases, whether it's, old newspaper prints or sides of buildings or cars or, Hermes Birkin bags or, really any different canvas, usually focusing on kind of the luxury spectrum. He, paints and draws the Monopoly Man, either carrying, AK-47s, kind of dancing on top of a jet, DJing in a nightclub, pinned on the Wall Street sign as like it's a cross, like Jesus on the sign. Or on the cross. He has, basically he's kind of showcasing the Monopoly Man as a metaphor for, poor taste in society and, the overindulgence on luxury goods. And he's really kind of just pushing the envelope there. I think it's kind of, interesting.
Definitely.
Definitely recommend checking him out. His name again is Alec, A-L-E-C, Monopoly, M-O-N-O-P-O-L-Y. If you've never played Monopoly, I definitely recommend it.
All right, so moving into the final topic here, No Etiquette, myself, Eddie Russo, my friend, we are making our debut release on the 29th, and we're going to...
I'm so excited.
Yes, and we're actually going to drop the song in this podcast. So 29th, it's going to be released on Monday, and you'll hear the song here in the podcast. Feel free to go to a link. We'll tag it below, and you can... listen to it there, like it, comment it, share it. It's pretty awesome. It's a pretty badass song. So let's kick back and enjoy this track, guys.
Also wanted to mention, in the coming weeks, we're going to be inviting a few different celebrity guests, or at least in our opinion, celebrities. Just really cool people who have a lot of cool stuff to talk about. We're running some interviews, kind of getting a sense of where they are, from the fashion industry to, the alcohol industry, to just giving you guys a sense of, new businesses and really a deeper dive into the lifestyle in the area.
And local ones too. And also coming up, we have a dating podcast coming up, which should be fun.
That's going to be so much fun.
All right, guys, so crank up your volume and enjoy this track.
Let's go.
Vibe LA out.
Salad or the sauce on the side. You can put it anywhere. I don't care. You can put it anywhere.